Yo, what the fuck? Who gave you the permission? Who gave you the permission to go from Witcher Season 2 to Witcher Season 3? It's like a whole different show. It's literally a whole new world. That's what Aladdin wrote the song about. Is this the same show? Dude, The Witcher Season 3. It was so good that I didn't even go on Twitter to rant about every single thought I had, like in part 1. And part 2, I was like, no, I literally, what's Twitter? I don't know what any of this is. Oh, sorry, X. I don't know what any of this is. I don't know. Why? Because part 2 of the I am so very genuinely not okay right now. It's like fucking, what is it? 3:42 a.m. I don't even have a password on my phone because I wanted to tweet, and I didn't even tweet. It is 3:42 or 3 or something like that a.m. I am very much not okay, guys. Let me just take a second here to finally say, hey guys, welcome to Purgatory. And get ready for my first Freakout video on my YouTube channel. You are warned. Oh, also trigger warning, content warning for suicide, violence, all that good stuff. Okay, first off, can we talk about Radovid and Jaskier, please? Can we talk about that? Can we talk about how Jaskier thought that Radovid was trying to steal Ciri and was trying that he wasn't in love? How Jaskier just thought that Radovid completely tricked him and wasn't even in love with him, didn't even care about him. It was just gonna steal Ciri, who he very clearly loves with all of his heart. Can we talk about Joey Beatty's acting and Jaskier's face when Radovid walks away? Can we talk about how Vilgefortz is the ugliest rat to ever exist in America? Can we talk about how if Vilgefortz died, everything would be better? Can we talk about Tissaia losing everything? Tissaia literally losing everything. She's lost everything. Except... she loses just about everything except for her girls. Basically, like, her adult daughters. You know, her whole group of daughters. And can we talk about how extremely, genuinely good that fight scene was in episode 6? Between the elves and the mages. Can we talk about how good that fight scene was? Who orchestrated that? My number. And Geralt finally killing Firefox. Can we talk about him finally killing Rience? He's dead. You can never torture my baby. Jaskier. Geralt, Yennefer, and Ciri. And Jaskier finally being together as a family. Finally having found each other. And immediately being split up. Immediately afterward. Yennefer seeing what Tissaia is doing. And fearing for her mother. And she doesn't want her mom to die. So she calls Ciri her daughter. Yennefer finally calls Ciri her daughter and tells her that she loves her, and then she goes off to run to her mom, and Ciri tells her that she understands how she feels about her mom, because that's how she feels about her, because Yennefer's her mom. Can we talk about how Francesca is probably like the coolest female character of all time? That's not even true. It's not even close to true. She's so cool. And Cahir being the weirdest character known to mankind, elf kind, fucking, I don't know, Witcher kind. Why is he so weird? His character is so weird. I go like this when it comes to his character. I don't know how I feel about this man. I got new glasses, by the way. Him just falling to his knees and telling Ciri, you know, go ahead. You deserve it. You know what? You deserve it. And but then also asking for... and Geralt just letting her take over. Geralt just watching as she does her little business. Is just watching. And he's... Can we talk about Geralt literally getting his ass beat into the ground? My guy literally went from like the strongest person on the continent to literally being a level 1 fighting a level 3000. Ugly little rat just walking around being like, bro, I'm sleeping right now, basically. I'm actually not even conscious right now. I'm sleeping and fighting you. And Geralt getting literally everything in his body and his mind and his soul trying to protect this little girl. And Vilgefortz is like, anyway. And their fight scene. Oh, girl. Take it. Oh, it's all gone. Because you ate it. You ate it. Devoured. Who is orchestrating these fight scenes? I'm going to need your number. Immediately. Yennefer going to save Tissaia and seeing how literally just disintegrated she is. Her hair, let me just say, she rocks that white hair. Hi, and Jaskier giving Radovid like a second chance, trying to save him after he... Jaskier calling Yennefer witch when he sees her alive, when he thought, you know what? The way that they hug and the way that they talk to each other, how they were literally just so bone deep relieved to see the other one alive because they love each other so much. Almost as much as I love the both of them, but not quite. Siri's entire desert scene was so well done without being like overt or like, I don't know how to explain it. Like there are better scenes in the show, but this whole like sequence was just so well done. Her like hallucinations kicking in, that's literally just her own self, like her inner self, just projecting all of her insecurities and fears and basically telling her to kill herself because she's in this horrible time of distress and like on her deathbed, coming to her in the form of the people she grew up with, of the people that she loved, of her mother, her grandmother, telling her that she's like worthless and nothing and too much, and still managing to fight through it all alone, just with hope, my dude. Siri literally meeting Falca. I can't take this anymore. I can't take this anymore! Everything that Falca had to tell her, Falca, like, literally, her entire speech, entire story about just wanting to let herself feel anger, to free herself enough to feel anger and actually get... Falca? And then when the unicorn is dying and Falca has to like lead her to literally fire magic, dude. Teach her how to do fire magic. And everything that she said to her in the whole scene that we got, Siri had to see everyone that she loves most in this world being tortured because of her through the little images that Falca put in her mind. Right after she got a real taste for her power, that this is a really important line, guys, and it may not seem like it, and this was so well done. It feels easy. It feels easy. It feels... The entire show has been about how Siri can't control her powers. She doesn't know how to use them. They just come out when she's like at her like most fearful. She doesn't know how to control them. She can't use them at her will. It's basically not even her magic. It's just magic that's inside her. And then she finally gets a taste for how powerful her magic is and how easy it is to use it because it is part of her. It isn't magic inside of her. It's her magic. She finally gets a taste for this. She realizes who she is in that way. And she chooses to relinquish her power in order to save the people that she loves. Let me out. The interactions between Falca and Siri have to be some of the most interesting interactions and relationships and just scenes I've ever seen in The Witcher. Yaster going to Brokilon Forest to get Geralt to make sure that he's okay when he knows what happens to people. Literally refusing to leave and saying, fine, I'll sit here until he comes out then. Because I'm not about to abandon my best friend like he abandoned me on that mountain. Joey Beatty, by the way, your Elder song slapped. Oh, it slapped hard. It slapped heavy. It almost slapped just as hard as Vilgefortz versus Geralt. And Yaster literally just joking his way as he like gets through Brokilon Forest. He's like, coping through my humor until he finally sees Geralt laying on the bed and realizes he's dying. The immediate face drop. Joey Beatty, why don't you have an award yet? Just showing how much Yasker truly loves Geralt with all of his heart, how Geralt is his best friend, and he is the most loyal to Geralt because they're best friends. Take that season 1 Geralt. While seeing Geralt on his deathbed, his voice is cracking. He's holding back tears. He's very visibly falling apart. He has to tell Geralt that his biggest fear has come true, that he failed Geralt because he lost Ciri, and now Ciri is just out there. She's missing, except, oh wait, she isn't. She's literally in the hands of the one person you didn't want her to be in the hands of. Geralt immediately asking if it's about Yen or Ciri and if they're okay, and grabbing Yasser's hand and not letting go because he just wants to know that they're safe, because Geralt was just beat to death, guys. His ass got beat. He was beat into the dirt, my dude. Right after seeing Yennefer run off to go save her mother, who's dying in a war in the midst of a battle, and then sending Ciri off by her lonesome to try and survive in the place where everyone's trying to get her, and then gets his ass beaten to the ground and is just taken somewhere, and he's like, okay, well, hope Ciri's alive, hope Yen's alive. And he just has to tell him, no, Ciri was just taking my Nilfgaard, you know, I mean, it's fine. And Milva? And Milva? And Milva? And Milva? The purest, most innocent, sweet, perfect being to ever exist. Maybe not innocent. This is what people say, How Geralt is so depressed and so anxious and so worried. He's refusing food. He's refusing anything. He's literally laying in bed, depressed and in pain and suffering and dying. That's his whole existence right now. It's probably asleep or just laying there being. You get it. And if you don't, then what the fuck? And he keeps trying to escape because, dude, his only reason for existing, after all these years, I'm so tired. Oh my gosh. After all these years of being on the continent, of being a witcher, and he's miserable, he hates his life, whatever. He literally finds his family, an entire family. And he just has to lay in bed and be like, oh, all of my family? Except for Yasker. Sorry, I forgot about that. I don't know. Might be dead, might be in the hands of the enemy, might be being tortured, might be. Who knows? Geralt, the Witcher, who has always been about action, who's always just, man, I am so bone deep tired right now. I didn't even finish my burrito. I made a burrito right before. I was 15 minutes late to watching this so I can make a burrito to eat while I watched it. I took one bite of it. And I forgot it was there. How did I think I was going to be able to eat when watching part 2 of season 3? I'm sick. So Geralt just keeps trying to escape, keeps trying to run away, despite... He's kind of dumb, but it's fine. We know that Yasker and Geralt share a brain cell, and Yasker kind of has it right now. You know what I mean? He's literally falling apart. He is dying. He's on his deathbed, and he's trying to leave. He's trying to escape. He's using a crutch and literally just hobbling and limping and falling, trying to get out of this place. And Yasker? Yasker says, he's my best friend, and I'm above all loyal to him. If he wants to leave, he wants to leave, and I'll be there right by his side. Because I'll tell him how I feel about it. I'll tell him I don't think it's smart, whatever. But whatever he decides to do, I'm going to be right by his side because that's my best friend. Tell me again that they don't love each other. Tell me again that they're not they're soulmates. They are platonic soulmates. If he needs my help, he has it. And that is just their relationship. That's just their relationship, or at least the relationship between Yasker and Geralt specifically. I don't know if it'd be the same vice versa, which makes me sad to think about. Geralt very clearly cares about Yasker a lot more in this season than any other season. He very clearly loves him and cares for him so much. They did a fantastic, phenomenal job of showing that. I don't have any doubts that he cares for him at all anymore. But I don't know that the loyalty that Yasker has for Geralt extends this opposite way if Geralt has... You know what I mean? And we're definitely not going to see it because of everything that's going on. Oh, there's no time for that. There's no time for that. And our girl Milva keeping Geralt in check. And you're dead. Oh, and you'd be dead. Oh, now you're on the ground. Now you're on the ground. I kicked your crush out and now you're on the ground. How do you feel about that? Oh, you're dead. The way that they showed us how Geralt is so absolutely and utterly changed after Ciri, but not even in an unbelievable way, I think. I can't think about that right now. So, well done. It disgusts me. I'm disgusted. I'm gonna throw up. This entire season is Geralt being the tough witcher who's intimidating and literally fighting and he's growling and snarling, whatever. So scary. And simultaneously is being the sweetest, biggest teddy bear of a man just known to man. Do not put Geralt in front of a little girl. Do not put Geralt in front of a little girl because he will lose his mind. He'll be like, do you need a dad? Hey. Hey. You need a dad? You need a dad? And don't put Henry Cavill in front of a little girl either. Because the results will not be the same. Literally everything Geralt's going through. Everything Geralt's going through. He went through so much less than this. Maybe 1% of this. In season 1. And he's still so kind and so just caring and so soft. Ciri, well done. Well done. You're the best. You're the best. The sweetest. Most perfect little girl, angel baby. My daughter. I love you more than anything. I was going to say more than life, but I don't really care for that. So whatever they did to you, I hope they pay. That's what Geralt had to say to Milva after it. That's what he had to say. Whatever they did to you, I hope they pay. Geralt, I didn't think it was possible to become more attracted to you. Yennefer and Tissaia having that mother-daughter talk where Tissaia tells her about the misogyny and the, what did you fucking call it? The Brotherhood? The sorcerer world. Talking about how she was just desperate. And as a woman, she just wanted to be, you know what I mean? Oh my god. And her and Yennefer having that talk, Yennefer trying to get Tissaia out of her depression, trying to... They love each other so much. Even while Yennefer is struggling with Geralt and Ciri and that whole situation, still being by Tissaia, by her mother's side. And even when it goes to her, when they're talking about her and her issues, she says, no, don't give me that. And tries to break her out of her depression. And she calls her her mother. Everything that I've done, everything that's been done to me, I've survived because of your faith. You are Tissaia de Vries, you are our mother, and we need you. I need you. A plea from a daughter to a mother when she sees her mother in pieces, when she sees her mother falling apart, when she sees her mother depressed, and she fears, she is scared because her mother is no longer there. Her mother is no longer her mother. She's different. Where is she? She needs help. She needs comfort. She's going through so much. She needs her mother. But her mother is not there because her mother is traumatized because her mother has lost everything. She's done. She's given up. She can't do it anymore. But out of everything that could have snapped her out of it, out of everything they've gone through and up to this point, that is what snaps Tissaia out of it. Is her daughter pleading for her to come back. She immediately gets up. She immediately embraces Yennefer and immediately comforts her daughter because she sees her daughter in distress. And no matter how far deep she is, no matter how away she is, no matter how much of herself she's lost, the mother sees the daughter in fear and in need of her mother, and she comes back. And like a true mother, comforts her daughter who is in fear with little lies and sends Yennefer off to go respect the dead and go bury them and, respect them. And while her daughter is off and semi-comforted after her mother came back, she said, don't worry. Go take care of that. I'll be there in a second. Everything will be okay. Yennefer has to feel physically her mother kill herself in the same way that she tried to kill herself when she first got taken by Tissaia. Out of everything that's happened to her since she was born, I'm talking since she was born, since she was disabled, since she didn't even know she had magic. Through everything she went through in season 1, everything she went through in season 2, finding a daughter, finding a partner, finding a purpose, finding love, finding what it is she's been seeking this entire time, to be important to someone, to have love. She gets a partner, and she gets a daughter who loves her more than anything else in this entire world. She gets a best friend, Jaskier, who loves her more than anything in this entire world. And losing them. Knowing that Geralt is on his deathbed, somewhere she can't go right now, and that Ciri is lost. She is lost in this gigantic world of everyone trying to get her, everyone hunting her all at the same time, and she's out there all alone. She doesn't know where she is, and she just has to say, okay, the two people I love the most, I don't know where they are. I don't know if they're okay. When Tissaia took Yennefer for the first time, in their first meeting, when Yennefer tried to kill herself because she felt useless, because she couldn't do it anymore, and Tissaia saved her, her mother saved her, she had to feel her mother do the same, except this time, she couldn't save Tissaia. While being a mother who fears for her child's life, has to lose her own mother from suicide, the same suicide that she attempted previously. I hate the show. Yennefer finally showing up in Brokilon to go check on Geralt because her mother just killed herself. What's keeping her? What's keeping her there? You know what I mean? She's lost everyone. She's lost everyone. She's losing everything. She's losing everyone. Let her go visit her partner who's dying, maybe. And Geralt's reaction to Yennefer telling him that she doesn't have Ciri, that he finally sees Yennefer after all of this. He sees that she's okay, that she's alive, that she's whole, and that she's now here by his bedside while he's dying. He has that comfort only to hear that their daughter is still gone, is still missing, that they still don't know where she is, that her mother doesn't have her, which he thought was the case. So him crying for the first time, of seeing Yennefer cry and being tortured and crying because of that, of seeing her mourn the loss of everyone, of mourning the possible loss of her daughter, of grieving the possible loss of his own daughter, just seeing everything that's happening to Yennefer, everything that's been happening to Ciri, knowing that he may never see Ciri again, that she might be dead, seeing Yennefer literally falling apart to pieces. And he cries. This man cried. Geralt of Rivia, the Witcher, the White Wolf. And while all this is going on, still finds it in him to inspire her to keep going. Geralt is just the best man. And you had to add in Radovid trying to escape to go get Jaskier, didn't you? Yeah, you had to do that. I'm giving this whole little mini speech about how he's always tried to fit in, and he's always been trying to find a space for him, all that stuff. He's finally found it, because he's found it with someone. He's found it with Jaskier the Bard. He's in love. He's found his place in the world. He is finally happy. He's finally excited to live. So he gets permission to leave. He's good. He's all good. Except an owl lesbian and the ugliest looking mouse rat creature I've ever seen, killing his brother, making it so he has to become king. So there is literally no possible way, in any way, shape, or form, there is no possible way he could escape now to go see Jaskier. There is no way. The second they killed Vizimir, I knew for a fact that they were going to make Radovid king, and he wasn't going to be able to. I knew it. I knew it immediately, and it still hurt more than I thought it would. Francesca finding out that Fringilla got her baby killed? Francesca finding out I don't know how long it's been since you guys have seen season 2. Since you saw the bond that they formed together, this sisterhood, this relationship. And Francesca, after everything that she's been going through, after all of this, she finds out that Fringilla, her best friend, her sister, whatever you want to call her, got her baby killed. Can we talk about how strong Francesca is? Can we talk about that? Can we talk about how strong this woman is? How insane this woman is? In a good way. Kind of. Yennefer became Tissaia, guys. She took Tissaia's place. She formed the whole, you know how they call it the brotherhood? The sisterhood. she with all and Triss and Sabrina. I still feel weird about you, Sabrina. I've always been on your side, but I don't know, you've made me feel really weird. She literally took her mother's place. She literally took her mother's place, but in her own way. Hey, guess what she did? She took her mother's place. Guys, I almost threw up here. Dara apologized. For what he did to Ciri with the whole Ciri situation. He's just peaceful now. He's peaceful, and he's had time to sit and recollect and think and meditate, probably. And he goes to Jaskier and Geralt, who saw him attacking Ciri. Woo! That is so brave. And he gets up all the way close to Geralt's face and asks him that if he ever sees Ciri again, to tell her that he's forgiven her for the things he blamed her for, and that he's sorry. You don't know the level of peace, of happiness this gave me. I've always felt so weird with Dara, because I loved him. And it wasn't even, not all of it was his fault. He was a kid too. You know what I mean? But the things he said to Ciri, it upset me, but I also understood it. And I felt so weird. I didn't know how to feel. I didn't know how to act. But then he did this, and he's perfect. I'm spitting. Literally figured it. How tender Jaskier and Geralt were to Dara. How they literally immediately slip into, their dad roles. Immediately, and they're so kind to this boy who tried to kill Ciri. They're so soft. They're literally so soft. Including Jaskier. He's softer than he was, too. Because he's a foolish young man. He was a foolish young man. I'm not gonna lie, guys. When Francesca and Fringilla pulled up in that cart to Nilfgaard, I got real scared. I thought that it was Ciri for a second. I was like, wait, did they actually get her? Wait, is she actually? I had a little bit of a heart attack. It's fine. Heart literally stopped in my chest. It's all good. But the second that they didn't show her face, I may have hyper-analyzed everything, and I was staring at her. I was like, trying to see if it was Ciri, and I knew. I knew it wasn't her. I didn't want to say it out loud because I was scared, as if that would have changed anything. But I knew. The second that it went to show her face, I went, I knew it! I screamed. I screamed so loud. I don't know how my family didn't wake up, but I have had this TV at almost 100, and I have been screaming and screeching. Literally, my throat is destroyed. I was scared for a second, y'all. I was scared for a second, but they didn't do me dirty. Cirilla was not taken by him. She's somewhere else, and I'm so excited to talk about it. I'm so excited to talk about it. How the rats found Siri. Oh, how the rats found Siri. I knew it. The second I saw it, I saw that kid, that boy, I said, that's a rat. That is a rat. That's a rat if I've ever seen one. Rat. And how Siri is completely and utterly done now. How she's a completely different person now. How she is shut in. How she is so traumatized. How she's literally completely different now. But she's like not, but she is, you know what I mean? About how she got like her first like revenge kill. How she got to kill his man. How she was playing with him. How she let herself play with him this time. Girl, you're not ready. You're not ready for who she is. You're not ready. I am so scared for what awaits us later. I don't want to think about that. Geralt starting that entire fight, killing all those soldiers without a sword for the majority of the time, by the way. Because they wouldn't let that family through. Because they wouldn't let a family through. He's like, I'm gonna kill all of you. Barehanded, and then with a sword later on, because why not? Wipes all of them out, and then goes to the little stuffed toy that's on the ground, and hand delivers it back to the kid that they took it from. Before getting in you are the softest person in the entire world. Don't ever try to tell me that you're not now. Don't ever try to be scary to me ever again. It's not gonna happen. Milva finally deciding to join to help him because she's the best, isn't she? She's the best. I love her more than anything, so that's not true. That's Cirilla. The rats taking Ciri in, and Ciri telling them to call her Falca. The audacity to leave the episode, to leave the season like that? The audacity one has to have to make that the ending to, you are sick. You are twisted in the head. Oh, whoa, wait. Also, can we talk about Ciri singing that song, A Little Sacrifice or whatever, by Jaskier, in the desert to comfort herself? Can we talk about Freya Allen's vocals, please? Because I know that you listened to the song at the very end. You know how it gets to the end of the episode and you can listen to the song or you can go to the next episode? I know you guys stayed, right? Right? When I was listening to that, I was blown away. I was like, this is not our girl Freya Allen. Are you kidding me? Why can everyone sing? Of course there's Joey. He's literally like a real life musician. So we know that. And then we've heard, not Yennefer, Anya. We've heard Anya sing, and she, mighty talented, if I may say so. But then Freya, are you kidding me? Are you kidding me? Are you kidding me? I think it's really funny that this is the only season I thought Henry Cavill did an actual, genuine, good job acting as Geralt. Like, acting-wise, you know, taking away everything and just judging acting-wise how he does Geralt's role. I have never thought that Henry Cavill was a good actor. Or a good person. But it's so funny to me that this time I was actually like, okay, I see you, actually. And it's his last time as Geralt. It's his last time. Bro really said, I'm gonna go all or nothing. Yeah, this is my last chance. Please take me back. He said, let me give my all. Please hire me back. I have no roles anymore. I was this close to throwing up that entire time. I was so sick. My stomach was literally like turning. Bro, I felt sick the entire time watching that. That stressed me out so much. This is the best season. Not only in The Witcher, obviously, but just the best season in a show I've ever seen. This just might be the best thing I've ever seen. Like, I might just be riding the high. Of course, I just finished it, like, before I started recording this. But this might seriously be, like, the best thing I've ever seen. Like, this is definitely the best season of any show I've ever seen. I do not understand. I will never understand. I don't get how we went from season 2 to season 3. I don't get it. I am so extremely excited for season 4. It's not even funny. It is not funny. It is not funny at all. I am sick with how excited I am. You're telling me I just finished part 2 of season 3? And I have to wait how long? Are you kidding me? It's not even like a year. I don't even have to wait a year. Because there's that whole, the strike going on. Which I support, by the way. I'm not complaining about that in the way that I get it. I support it. But that's not the point! I am sickeningly excited for season 4. Sickeningly. And I already posted this on Twitter. But I want to say it here, too. Liam, I am so excited to see you as Geralt. To see you in season 4 as Geralt. I am so excited to see what you bring to the table. I am so excited to see what you give us. I'm so looking forward to this. I'm so stoked. And I hope you're a better person than Henry Cavill. There are like no complaints you could have about this season that are actually like major and matter. You literally just care that Henry isn't here anymore. That is it. That is literally the only thing. This is the most, what is the word? This is the most accurate representation of the books that we've gotten so far. We're getting real close. We're getting nice and close. You know what I mean? The acting is so good, is so much better, but also just so good in general. They are handling everything so well. Everything is going so well. Everything is just so good. Like, you have to just care about Henry at this point. And that's fine. If you don't want to watch The Witcher, don't watch it. It is literally that easy. I think people legitimately forget that they can just ignore what they don't like. I don't understand. Like the technology has ruined our brains. If it's genuinely problematic, if it's bad, if it's harming people, of course talk about it. Why wouldn't you? You know what I mean? It's like how I talk about Henry Cavill. I used to like him. I used to really like Henry. I'm being serious. I was like, okay, Henry. I was a fan. And why am I not anymore? Why do I always talk about him now in a negative light and laugh at his downfall? Because he's a bad person. That's why I laugh. Okay, you can change your mind. But I've had plenty of shows that I didn't like, that I thought were actual garbage. They shouldn't exist. This is terrible. I hate this. I don't understand why anyone would like this. But it wasn't problematic. It didn't hurt anyone. So I just clicked off. If you don't like The Witcher, don't watch it. You don't need to prey upon its downfall and hope that it ends while other people are loving it. So many other people, including me, they're living for this. This makes them so excited. This brings such joy to their lives. But you want it to end just because the guy that you like that doesn't know that you exist, that's actually a bad person, isn't in it anymore. I don't know, you guys are weird. But anyways, I have never screamed more, flailed more, freaked out as much, felt like I was going to throw up as much, cried over a show or a movie or anything like I have for part 1 and part 2, just all of season 3 of The Witcher. It has made me like genuinely sick in both good and bad ways. I am extremely baffled. Genuinely baffled how we went from season 2 to season 3, because season 1 was good, obviously. I was like, obsessed. Then season 2 came out. I wanted to end it all. I was like, I'm murder-suicide. Yep. And then we get season 3. Where did this come from? Especially with Lauren. I'm sorry, but I don't like her. She's weird. Check out her Twitter. But it's so good. The acting's so good. I'm so proud of all the actors except for Henry Cavill and Tom, who plays Philavandrel. Good thing he's dead now. Everyone besides those two. I'm so proud of all you guys. You have done such a fantastic job, and this season was amazing. Good job. I can't believe that they made Jasker canonically queer. I cannot believe it. That was such a good decision on your guys' part. And they avoided stereotypes and everything. It wasn't even bad. It was a good story. It's going well. I'm so excited for Ciri and the rats that my stomach is sick right now. It's in a one big knot, and I feel like I'm gonna throw up. I am so excited for that. I am so excited. Ciri is the best character, changed my mind. You can't, because she is the best character, and it doesn't matter what you say, because it will immediately just be wrong. Oh, also, how scared Jasker was at the beginning, and just really the entire time, with Ciri not knowing where she is, and that he was, like, blamed himself for her going missing. Dude. I love this show. I hope that season 4 is just as good. I hope that Liam really gives Geralt to us. I hope that he really, puts work into it, and he really does a good job, and he actually, like, truly cares about this character, about this show. And I hope that they give us a good reason for the Liam face reveal. I hope that they address it, and I hope that it's, like, funny or good. I wanted the Broken Lawn Waters or something like that. That theory. I wanted him to come out and it's Liam as Geralt. But they said no. I want it addressed, but I don't want it to be, like, overbearing, like, annoying, or anything like that. I want it to make sense, and then I want Jasker to make a little jokey joke about it, and then we move on. And I just hope that we get season 4 as fast as possible, while also the actors getting what they deserve. Okay? The strike is needed. I genuinely feel sick, guys. I don't know. I wish that I could have started recording right after I watched it because it was insane. My reaction was insane. I was literally screaming around the house. I was bouncing around the house screaming, I need to go eat my burrito. Don't trust any bitches. No, not any single one of them. Be a good person, not a bad one. I won't see you, but you'll see me next time, of course. Or whatever. Go watch The Witcher.